Hello spooky people, autumn and Halloween are here, definitely at Joann's. They got their stuff out a lot earlier this year here, so that was exciting. So I don't generally do the skeletal fantasy creatures because I don't get like why you're mixing like spooky and fantasy. Like dragons to me aren't scary, or like mermaids. So the skeletal mermaids, like to me, I don't get it. I know a lot of people like it. I honestly don't get it. So you're going, why, Morticia, are you holding a skeletal unicorn in your hands then? Yes, I'm Morticia. If you're new, Gomez is behind the camera. Do spookscribe and hang out with us if you enjoy spooky strangeness and Halloween hauls, because we're going to try to do a lot of those in the future. So, check this out. Lovely unicorn. What's cool about him is his mouth opens so he can bite intruders. And he was at Joann's for, it was like 30 some, which is crazy for just like a plastic skeleton head, but then there was a sale like 30% off, so he was a lot cheaper. And I think they'll go to 40% off soon. But he's made really well and it looks cool. And the reason we got this is because if you think about it, like in the fantasy-ish world, which we're into that too, we read a lot of fantasy and paranormal too, but a lot of fantasy, high fantasy, Lord of the Rings, all that good stuff. But the reason this is cool for like if you're just into the fantasy and not the horror is unicorns usually have to die at some point. So imagine someone like a wizard or a collector finds a unicorn skull in the forest and they keep it and preserve it and just have it looking cool even in a fantasy type setting. So if you think about it, it's not like just, it's not really Halloween as much as fantasy, but it's like a, you know, if you would see like a skull of something put on a wall, but this is our fantasy version. And not that we would have killed the unicorn, we just found it in the forest, it died. So we're like, we can't let this gorgeous skull go to waste. But what I wanted to do, I liked the way the back has these recesses that we could hang it on something, to hang it, to mount it on the wall. And then it has these where you can just run your fingers through it. And for in my case, I would run like, I'm the DIY queen. I will link our DIY playlist below. But I would just run some kind of cord through it and then loop the cord up here and then hang it. Just whatever looks better. I'm going to try a few different things, but there's several mounting like options for him, just the way the head looks like it would have something to latch onto here if you put one of those mounting things. Or again, these jaw hinges here, even with his mouth open, you could again easily loop and tie a cord up here, and it would go all the way from here like to catch all the recesses up here at the top. So just I think rather than sitting him on a table and causing more clutter, just like putting him on the wall is going to look amazing. So as soon as I saw him, I usually complain about the fantasy stuff, like Halloween-y fantasy. It's just skeletal mermaids. I don't get... So yeah, but this is beautiful and solidly made, and just imagine being like a witch in the forest and finding like a unicorn skull and going, oh, we have to mount this on the wall, darling, to my wizardly husband. And he's like, yes, we do. It probably has cool properties we can tap into. Do you agree with yourself that I just role-played Gomez?
I certainly do. He sounds sexy.
Oh, he is sexy. Okay, so this is piece one. I grabbed a little bit of autumn as well as Halloween, but we're going to do the other Halloween first.
Boo.
It's a spider web, and I didn't really plan on getting more like table-ish decor, but it's wood. It's like a solid, chunky wood, and a lot of the spider webs are like fabric-y or cheapy, and I just really liked the way this looked. And when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, is that like a star? And then I'm like, oh, it's a spider web. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So it has this little part up here with boo, as you can see, and it's more like a plexiglass or whatever. But then like this is a wooden, and I just think it looks really neat and more classy, and just like elegant type Halloween decor. And we'll probably leave it out all year round. Who knows if it wants to be put away. Some things like want to be put away and just come out in the fall, and some want to stay up all year, so we will see. But this is lovely and I really like it. I like it's got a heavy feel, obviously, because it's wood, and I like the unpolished, like natural look on the sides of the wood. It's not totally slicked down, so you feel that natural kind of, that woodsy kind of feeling, which I really like. Rustic. And we're not usually rustic, but I just love wooden stuff. So yeah, that was, again, everything was at Joann's. And you people that collect, like, I have some, when I got you people, like, some people have so many that it's like, my little collection looks like a joke. But for those of you who collect the what is it, like enamel pins. They have a bunch of cool enamel Halloween pins at Joann's this year. So that's cool. But first, I'm going to start with the ones I'm actually wearing. Not enamel pins, but pieces of jewelry. I grabbed a bunch of jewelry. You guys, they have excellent prices, and their quality is just as good as like the companies online that sell spooky jewelry and whatever. This did not come from Joann's. It's just my little amber leaf because I love amber. But I'm wearing it for the fall. This is a giant acorn. I've seen little acorn pendants everywhere, like for the fall. But this is a giant acorn, and I love it. It's so fall. And it has a little pine cone and a little squirrel charm. That's a 3D squirrel, trying to hold it where you can actually see it, but my hand isn't in the way. So that's the front of the squirrel. He's sitting up with like a little nut in his hands, and there's his big bushy tail. So he's little, as is the pine cone, and he's got this giant acorn, but it's just kind of a fun, oversized look, and it's very fallish, and it makes my little autumn heart happy and excited. And you can also wear it like later autumn after Halloween and whatever, so that's cool. And then there are these lovely raven skulls or plague masks, however you choose to look at it. They call it a raven skull at Joann's, and it has a little flower motif on top of the head instead of all over like some do. It is hollow on back, as most skulls are going to be, and it kind of looks aged inside, which is cool, like a little rougher, and it has the like detailing here on the front. What I like also is it has a solid bail. It doesn't have a jump ring that will come off. It's a solid bail that's soldered onto the piece where the chain goes, and it is just very sturdily made. I like that. I don't think I have any other raven skulls that have a solid bail that don't move at all. I have some that go through the head itself without a bail, and that kind of works just as well, but this is just with a solid bail on top. So that's nice. And it's got a large bail, so it goes through whatever. Right now I have him on my garnet choker, and I'm wearing my amber choker. Those are not from Joann's, but I just have them on for like autumn and yummy. I love amber and garnet feels. So, but yeah, he goes just right through this garnet chain, so he will go on like probably thicker stuff, like whatever you want to wear him on. And he was $7, but again, he was on sale, so the prices are going to be different. By the time you go, it might even be 40%. This is beautiful. For the cat lovers, I'm excited to wear this. This is gorgeous. Very Victorian. They call it a cat sitting in front of a mirror. Mirror. But it looks like a cameo to me, and Gomez called it a cameo when we first saw it, and I agreed. So it's supposed to be a cat sitting in front of a mirror. He's got his tail curled around his feet. He's metal enamel, and the mirror might be like plexiglass, and the frame of the mirror is metal. So it's like, to me, a classier cameo. Like, it just looks very, I like a lot of metal on cameos. It just feels like it'll be more sturdy. So he has that going on. But it's just a really ornate frame, and then the mirror, and then the cat sitting in front of it. Very lovely and Halloween. And then at the top, you've got this like flower motif going on. At first, I'm like, is that a bat or a spider? I'm trying to keep it Halloween or like a half moon. But it appears it's a flower. And the chain that you're going to wear it on will go through both. So it's like a Y drop. You can connect it, and if you're going to get crafty, make it like a Y drop, or just run both of the rings that are connected to the flower design above the cat. You could just run them both through a chain. So that's what I'm going to probably do. But he's a nice size, a good weight without being too light or too heavy. And it's just a neat design if you're a cat person. It's like, and he's pretty 3D and raised, with a nice thick enamel. A lot of the Joann stuff, it all has great enamel. It's not come off. I've gotten a lot over the years, and it has stayed well. So that is cool. And I want to say he was like $8 or $9. Like, their jewelry is, again, just as high quality as you're going to get from other places, except that it's usually very on sale. These are probably going to be harder to see because they're little studs, and they keep turning around. So I actually these are autumny, and I actually just wanted them for these little mushrooms down here. Look at little mushies. They're adorable. I like studs in my, I have the bottom ear hole where I use dangles, and then I'll put the studs right above it. And I love mushrooms, and I have no mushroom earrings. Look at the little totes. Those are adorbs. And then these are like enamel of the same, and then like, I don't know, let's look a snowflake or something, and then flowers, sunflowers maybe for autumn. Oops, I had that upside down, that's why. But they keep turning, so I'm just like, whatever. Okay, so again, there are the mushies. I'm trying to do this holding it toward you and not me. With a visual impairment, I'm doing my best. and I don't care enough to edit because it's hot. Mwah. Okay, complaining over. So yeah, these are, I don't really care about any of these honestly, except the mushies. So I'll probably give the flowers to someone else or sell them or like whatever. But you get the whole pack. It wasn't that much, and the mushies, aka mushrooms, are worth it. They're so cute and very 3D and raised, and they're nice little studs. They don't look like they'll be heavy, which is good because I like long earrings sometimes, but not heavy ones. And let's see, what do we have? This is Gomez's. He got a Raven Skull too, so we matched. But this is like a little witchy set. And he got it for the book. Check out the book. We're just going to go to the book first because that was what Gomez saw. I went, I have to have it. That's going to be a pendant. It's just a book with a cool like ornate stone in the middle. They're doing a lot of like gypsy type witchy jewelry at Joann's for Halloween too, which is cool. So you have the little crystal ball on its little filigree stand beside the book. Then you have the half moon with a little sparkly stone. It's got like filigree on the other side of the book. And you have a hand, like I guess like a witchy Victorian hand. It has like this tie around the top. I don't know if we're going to take that off or what. And that's under the book. And then you have the full moon face on the other side of under the book. So you got those 5 charms. It's pretty cool. Kind of like a gypsy witchy feel. Do you like them, darling?
Yes.
What are you going to do? You're going to keep them all, or are you just going to keep some, or have you decided?
It's still being decided. It's adorable.
They're so cute. And I think they could all make good bracelet pieces. And Harry Dresden wears charm bracelets, so bros can do that. So you got those. There are a lot of different charm packets at Joann's like that this year, but we got like the best of the best. And also, let's go to, this isn't jewelry, this is another piece of not jewelry, but I almost forgot to show it to you. It's my cat headband. I'm going to take it off for a second. It's furry all over, black cat. The tail is arched, the headband is supposed to be like the legs, like the part that goes around, and then the head is here, and the back is like in the middle. It's so soft, and it's a full body cat on your head. It's ridiculous and witchy and wonderful. So, there you go. And it's very comfortable and lightweight, and it looks good with my cat mask glasses. And this is Gomez's Raven Skull, same as mine, but if you have an urge to see it on the card, I mean, like, there you go. And next are these very huge earrings, and if y'all look, the huge earrings, there you go, but I actually bought them to DIY, aka demolish, and turn them into pendants, but these are like kind of like half moon looking open hoops with really cool mushies, aka mushrooms on them. Look at the mushy. It's a mushy. Okay, I have not had enough coffee, so why I'm being weird, I don't know. I mean, it's just the exciting fall energy, but the stem is very detailed and it looks real, like, oops, textured and realistic. I'm trying to point the stem at you. No, 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 no. It's a laser weapon. Oh, I really need more coffee. Gomez is trying not to laugh. You can laugh, baby. Everybody loves your laugh. It's so pretty. There you go. His laugh makes me laugh. Like, I don't care what he's laughing at. Me and my mom will both just like turn down the TV or whatever we're doing if he's watching something and laughing, and we'll enjoy his laugh and laugh with him because like it makes you laugh. It's wonderful. We could sell it. We could put it in a bottle and sell it. Okay, so this is the same mushy on the other side, and I'm just going to have to see if I can slide these off the top or if I'll have to break the hoop. Let's see. Let's do it with you, and then we'll show some more stuff. But in case you want this as a pendant too, you'll want to know, can I resell these little half moon hoops and like be cool? Oh yeah, look, we don't have to break the hoops. So would you call that just like a little half moon kind of thing? Like,
yeah.
And I can sell that as a half moon because I'm greedy. Or I can hang a stone on it or whatever, and then like this is going to be the mushy, and we can just run a chain right through this top part. I could have put a jump ring on it, but I don't think I'm going to have to. I think it'll just go straight through, and then I can wear him as a choker or a little bit longer or whatever. I'm going to stick him back on the earring real quick, but that's easy. See, you don't even have to demolish. I was going to break these if I had to. I was going to get seriously violent and break them, but I don't have to, so whatever. Just no excuse to get violent today. I don't know what I'm going to do. But these are just really cool. And I mean, I'm not into the huge earrings, but a lot of huge earrings make really, really good pendants. Speaking of pendants, they had a really nice Ouija board planchette one, but I have one already, but it's a nice big one. But those are going to make, I mean, you know, good size 3D pendants for mushies. Who else is going to start calling them mushies? Who else already called them mushies?
Everybody.
Everybody. Okay, so these are a little bit heavy for me. I'm either going to gift them, sell them, take them apart and make pendants and sell them, or return them to Joann. So many options. But these are right. I thought they looked lighter in the store. I think I was just high on Halloween. And I would like, see the earrings I'm wearing now, my candy corns did not come from Joann's. They came from Walmart a few years ago, but they look big too. Like, you're like, Morticia, you said you don't like big honking earrings, but wearing those, they're very light. They're like acrylic. And these are metal, but somehow in my mind, they weren't that heavy, and they're too heavy for my little ears. They say no. Once I tried one on, I was like, no, I can't do it. So I'm gonna have to take them back to Joann's or see what happens if I can do anything with them first, because they're big enough that they could make pendants. They're not as big as this pendant, but I mean, it's not a tiny baby pendant, so we'll see what happens. But they're cool looking. They're a match to the necklace, so there we are. And I think those were like 7. Oops, this is some cord that I got for another project. So that is it. We are done. That is the Halloween that we got at Joann's. We did a store walkthrough. I don't know if it's going to be up first or this is going to be up first where you see like a lot more stuff. But if that was up first and you didn't see it, go back and see, because it's right there behind this one or something. Like, just go look. It's recently uploaded. If it's not already, it will be. So yeah. Until next time.
Stay Halloweeny, my friends.